Okay, so when I say Coca-Cola, what's the first color that pops in your head? It's gotta be red, right? I mean, it's one of the most iconic brand colors on the entire planet. But what's really wild is the reason it's red. Well, it's one of the smartest and maybe most accidental marketing moves in history. So let me throw this at you. What if I told you that iconic red was never part of the original plan? Not at all. What if the color we all know and love was just a solution to a really simple, practical problem that had absolutely nothing to do with branding? Because, and you might not believe this, the original drink wasn't red. It wasn't even really brown a lot of the time. It was actually green. Yeah, you heard me right, green. And the story of how it went from green to red, oh, it's a good one. Alright, to really get this, we've got to jump in the time machine and go way back to the beginning to uncover this little green secret. So picture this, it's 1886. A pharmacist named John Pemberton is mixing up this new drink. Now back then, things weren't as, scientific as they are today. The ingredients could be a little inconsistent from batch to batch, and the caramel coloring they used, it was pretty weak. And the result of all that? Well, the drink often had this noticeable greenish tint. I mean, a total world away from the dark, rich color we see today. So the big question is, how in the world did it go from green to that famous red? Well, the answer didn't come from some fancy marketing meeting. Nope. It was actually a super clever solution to a really big problem, the taxman. See, back in the late 1800s, the law was super clear. If you were selling alcohol, you got hit with a heavy tax. But soda fountain drinks like Coke? Totally tax-free. So for a brand new company just trying to get started, you can imagine that being mistaken for an alcoholic beverage would be a huge, expensive headache. So the folks at Coca-Cola needed a really simple visual cue, a way to basically scream at the tax inspectors, hey, this isn't alcohol. And their solution, it was genius, honestly. They decided to paint every single one of their shipping barrels bright, can't-miss-it red. That way the tax guys could see them from a distance and know right away to just leave them alone. It was a 100% practical move. That's it. Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. This super practical solution had this side effect that nobody saw coming. This is the moment the story pivots from just a clever business trick to, well, a moment of accidental branding genius, because something totally unexpected happened. While they were busy solving their little tax problem, Coca-Cola completely and accidentally stumbled upon a psychological goldmine. As it turns out, the color red does some wild things to our brains. Psychologists have actually found that it literally stimulates our appetite. It can even make us feel thirstier. And get this, it also makes us think that cold drinks are even colder and more refreshing than they are. Coca-Cola had no idea, but they had picked the absolute perfect color to make people want to drink their stuff. I mean, think about that contrast for a second. The practical reason was so simple. Let's paint the barrels red so we don't get taxed. But the powerful result? They ended up with a branding tool that subconsciously makes you want to buy their drink. It's the perfect story of a complete accident turning into a massive asset. So this happy little accident did more than just give Coke its signature color. It totally set the company on a new course and pretty much cemented its identity for the next 100+ years. This quote just says it all perfectly. Turning it red didn't just change the color. It changed the destiny of one of the biggest brands on the planet. I mean, think about that. That decision, probably made with a simple can of red paint, completely changed everything, turning a basic fix into the very foundation of a global icon. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought to chew on. You think about things like penicillin or even post-it notes. So many huge discoveries were complete accidents. It really makes you wonder, right? How many of the world's biggest, most game-changing ideas didn't start with some grand master plan, but just as a simple solution to an ordinary, everyday problem? Thanks for watching, and if you liked this story, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more.